Hey everyone, Daniel AK right here and everything and all that. You could say this is a Genshin Impact ASMR, and we're going fishing. So, the reason why I'm making this video is because I like sharing some fishing stories that I had when I was younger and everything and all that with my dad. And my dad is the awesomest dad ever. I feel like he's the best fisherman that I know, and the only fisherman that I know that knows how to fish. But then, it's not like he's gone fishing anywhere in particular that's different from the norm. So, as you can see, we got a array of fish here and everything and all that. And we're going to get our bait or lure, probably bait. We use different, fishing rods. And my dad had a variety of fishing rods. He had a whole bunch of fishing rods. Or he has a whole bunch of fishing rods, I don't know. So, usually these big fish, these are puffer fish, but we never caught anything like puffer fish. But, basically, the biggest things that we would catch of this variety was catfish in general, because catfish can be just as big and shapely like that and everything and all that. So, we would go fishing in the canals and everything, and I don't think it was actually okay to fish in the canals, but that's where the fish were, and we were going for the fish. So we would just catch any fish that we could get. And the catfish, I guess, would be the closest to how much they weigh. Like, if we had to guess, was like maybe 10 pounds. So it's kind of, different and everything and all that. I don't think my dad's caught any fish like this one here. I think the fish right over here is called the venom spine. And, it's not a big deal because, we catch a variety of fish, and if anything, it's pretty cool in general, the fish that we catch and everything. I remember before we started catching big catfish, we would catch catfish in the park and everything and all that. You could say they'd be kind of lengthy like this fish here, everything and all that. I remember one of the times where he said how I caught the fish, two catfish on one line and everything and all that, but I know I wasn't super strong, so I know my dad helped me, but he kind of made me feel great about that feeling that I was doing pretty good, and I was happy about that, because I was like, that's great, I feel like I'm a good accomplished fisher. We're going into the mountains and everything to fish, where not in the cold weather really, like never went fishing in the cold weather. Like my dad told me at one time that him and my tío, or my uncle, they went fishing in the winter and it was very cold and everything and all that. But we have mountains where we live, and it was nice weather and everything fishing. It was always good to get some fish there and everything and all that. Not really much catfish, I guess you could say trout or something or whatever. I think that was the big fish at the time. So let's catch some fish here. So, the trout would be not super lengthy, but, they'd be there, and it'd be a good catch and everything. He had homemade baits when he fished and everything and all that. It wasn't until later on, when I got older, that he started relying on other kinds of bait to help him and everything. Because as time goes on, people using different things to catch fish, and some of the older methods weren't so good, you know, they weren't the same.
What is it? What is it?
So,
is it another Paimon?
yeah. But the fact that fishing in the mountains was nice and everything and all that, and, you know, you can't see a fish this clear in the water unless you have the special glasses that you have and everything to see through the murky water, which my dad does have and everything. It's been a while since I fished with him, I think like a few years ago now. But that was when the whole family was together, and that was when my ex-brother-in-law joined the fishing. He just sat and did nothing. Well, my sister did too, but she wasn't into fishing, but the rest of us were fishing in general, so, you know, it was cool, whatever, you know. And, you know, smaller fish are kind of like the baby fish that we would catch and everything and all that. There are smaller fish in general, but the fact that sometimes my mom would be like, that's a good fish, I eat that. Sorry, some kind of Russian, but she's actually Filipino, or Filipina. So, you know. And, okay, where's the next fishing spot we're gonna head to? I feel like there's still more to go. Let's go there. Yeah. I did mention about fishing the canals, and it was really rare that we caught really big blue catfish and everything. And there's not many. It's rare to catch something like that, like a blue catfish and everything. It's not like, oh yeah, well, blue catfish are a dime in a dozen or whatever, something like that. Like, very rare and everything. And I tried my might to pull it in, but I know my dad had to help me. But again, he kind of credited to me actually doing a good job catching the fish and everything and all that. Took it to show at school the next day, but then some people were just like, okay, you brought us to show a fish, that's great, I guess. It's like, you're proud of that? And I hate that I actually gave a fuck about these people, what they think, and I didn't do anything like that again. Damn it, I thought I could get foul. So the next fishing spot and everything and all that is kind of like a land kind of beach area or something like that. We fished in areas like that before and everything, and it was nice to get some fishing going on and everything. And, you know, there's not many fishing spots that I'm going to show because of the fact that, you know, I'm pretty sure Genshin Impact people would be like, oh, I didn't know there was fishing spots here, and that's fine, you know. I did mark them and everything and all that, and I do fish every week and everything in my game to have plenty of fish to cook and make recipes and everything and all that, so, you know, that's just how it is. And, you know, there was rarely a chance where it was a rare fish or whatever. I remember one of the times, sometimes in the canals we would catch carp, and carp is completely useless. It's no good to eat in general. And it's really sucked because we wanted to be able to catch fish to eat. I wasn't much for eating fish as I got older. My mom is being Filipino and everything. She's used to seafood and everything and all that. And, well, I know freshwater fish isn't seafood, but the fact that she loves fish. So, you know, that was kind of the thing at the time, because ever since I was as little as I was able to walk and talk and everything and all that, my dad took me fishing. And if anything, it was always trying to catch fish for my mom so she could have fish to eat. And boy, did she love her fish. She would make stews, she would fry it, she would get different kinds of fish cook different kind of fish the way she cooked them. It's just funny because the fact that, you know, there's all sorts of stuff she's cooked. I can't remember every single recipe she's cooked with fish. I know that my dad was kind of happy catching fish for my mom and everything and all that. It was kind of like a good basis relationship of how they did things, where he catch the fish, she clean and cook the fish and everything and all that. Okay, come on, okay. Yeah. Sometimes if we caught smaller fish, we use them as bait. Like minnows. Minnows were good bait and everything and all that. Because, you know, they were lively, and the fact that, you know, it was pretty good that they were edible to other fish, and they were small enough for them to be eaten. I remember when I thought worms was the only thing fish eat, but then when I started realizing fish eat other stuff too, I was like, wow. My dad didn't like it that I shared some of his secret, bait secrets and everything with other people. But then, as a 5-year-old, I literally tell people everything. So, you know, that wasn't helpful. I know when I was little, I really loved fishing because the fact that, I know I would play around and everything and all that, but then the fact that I got excited when my dad would catch a fish, and my dad took great pride in the whole fishing thing, because, you know, like, who can say the fact that they're happy to make their child proud that they can catch something that's in the water with little to no effort. But nowadays it seems like everybody's fishing, and some people fish to eat fish, and some people catch and release and everything and all that.
So close, so close.
I was gonna say, it's kind of funny how in this game the water is never this clear, and the fact that, you know, it's not like, you know, the fish are that easy to catch where you throw near them and then they bite. Sometimes you have to wait and not be able to see in the water and wait for them to catch. Usually if you throw them kind of close to them, they usually run off or whatever, compared to where you just throw it out and they get lured, and the way the swimming, the fish and everything isn't as accurate as it should be. So, you know, it sucks how it's not accurate, but, you know. The fishing mechanic is interesting because, yeah, there's when you're trying to pull them in, but then it doesn't. Oh shit! I scared the fish. That's a bad thing to do. Scare the fish away. So I choose. This is another spot because the docks and everything. Who hasn't fished at the docks and everything? Where there's a dock available at, you know, whatever, where you're fishing at. I forgot to put the right bait. And especially in this fishing area and everything and all that, when you use the different rods, depending on your fishing area, which is the best fishing rod to help you out with fishing. And sometimes there's places where it's better and everything. The most time we fished in the docks was at the ocean in California and everything and all that. And sometimes we get some good fish. We've caught a manta ray before, but we did not take it to eat. We made sure to return it back into the ocean because that was its home, and, you know. We've caught shark before too, but baby sharks, not like a big shark, yeah. Probably like, oh man, you caught a good sized shark. It's like, no. My dad has gone on a boat once, or a couple times. I feel like if I go on a boat, I need to be able to swim. I can swim, but I'm not that great of a swimmer, and, you know, I hate how I'm not quite able to keep afloat, so I probably have to definitely have a life vest or whatever to keep me afloat. And thinking about my size and weight and everything and all that, I'm pretty sure I'd be good shark food or something. That or probably attract dolphins where they're just like, I like this fat motherfucker, I'm gonna do dirty things to him. And it's like, no, do not hump me or whatever or something, I'm just kidding.
That was a tough fight.
But it was always fun going to California. And sometimes I would check on my dad when he went fishing. And sometimes we fish for the morning half, and in the afternoon half we go to the beach and have fun and all that. So it was pretty fun. I was gonna say the thing with this fishing rod, and when you use it, and whether you use it in Narukami and everything, not Narukami, Inazuma or whatever, it doubles your fish. You don't get double the fish, but like I told you that one time that my dad and I caught 2 catfish on one pool, catch 2 catfish on one fishing pole was pretty cool and everything and all that. Well, this is pretty much what I'm doing for this video. I just wanted to share some stories and everything with the fishing, and I enjoyed it very much, and I would like to do fishing again sometime. I'm going to talk to my dad maybe and do some fishing, because the fact that it's kind of a good thing to do and everything. It's a fun activity. I just hate that I never took fishing as something I wanted to do as a hobby. I guess because I got older and then I got exposed to video games and all that stuff, and yeah, I know, I'm playing a video game while fishing, and it's somewhat relaxing, but I want to actually get the feel of it. I used to be able to clean fish or whatever before then. Now I can't have knives and everything and all that, so I can't cut open the fish and gut it and everything and all that. And I think what I enjoyed the most was the fact that spending time with my dad. My dad is a great dad. For some people would be like, he seems like a jerk, or he seems mean or something. It's like you don't know a side of him that he shows and everything, and just because you want to assume he's some jerk or whatever like that, you can go fuck yourself. It's like you don't know the kind of person he really is. He may appear one way, but then his true colors are great, Well, that's about it for the video. I just kind of wanted to say a few more things before I forget. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this ASMR fishing thing and everything. I probably won't be doing any more Genshin videos for a while, because this is my regular channel, and I do have a gaming channel, but I don't like recording games like this and everything. I like recording games where it has a storyline or plot line and everything. And I hate when I can't solve puzzles and everything and all that. Anyway, this is Daniel AKY signing off.